This next one, various parts you may remember seeing it in the Kids for Character Choices Count video. The sequel to Kids for Character that featured Wishbone instead of Barney. I mean, the Barney doll appears in the background in one scene, but yeah. They tell the story of David and Goliath. Yeah. I mean, I should probably do a VeggieTales video, talk more about that story, but yeah. I don't know. Wishbone temporarily stays at David's house when Ellen and Joe go on a trip to Vancouver. Vancouver? Oh my god. That's a good place, I guess. After he and Samantha break a side view mirror. Oh god, bad luck. Oh my god. David tries to hide the damage, but when the mirror breaks off and Mr. Barnes prepares to sue the manufacturer, Emily convinces her brother to come clean. Really? Freaking Emily, of all things? Oh no, this episode's so freaky though. Yeah. And like when it was shown on like the Kids for Character Choices Count video, barely any bit of the episode was shown. It was basically just the scene where Joe like tells his parents that he did it. Practically, they just show that scene. I don't know. I have to check it out again. A dog de expose. I don't know. A scandal in Bohemia. That's the story. Oh, it's another Sherlock Holmes story. Samantha tries to find out who is distributing embarrassing photos of her and others. I think it was DeMott or like that other kid, Curtis. I don't know. I forget. But yeah. I think there was some weird photos. I think one of them had her picking her nose. Or was it, I think, of like a Amanda Show episode? I don't know. A terrified terrier to tell the story of the Red Badge of Courage. I actually read this one in school a few years ago. Pretty dark story, actually. Yeah. Yeah, the Wishbone crew wasn't even afraid to tell the story, apparently. But yeah. Neglecting Sam, David, and Wishbone, Joe decides to hang out with more popular kids. Oh, great. So generic. These plots are like so generic, though. I never even realized that until now. Yeah, and starts to imitate their behavior, but soon realizes it could cost him his best friends. Like, what do you expect, Wishbone? I don't know. Shakes paw. Like Shakespeare. They tell a story of a popular William Shakespeare story called The Tempest. I've never heard of it. But yeah. The kids attempt to put on their own production of the show, but the rehearsal proves challenging. I don't get it. They're telling the story, but they're also, like, in the real world, they're, like, putting on the play. I don't get it. But yeah. Apparently. Mutt-Katir. It's obviously telling the story of the Three Musketeers. I mean, I'm so glad I'm not watching the Disney version. You know, like the one with Mickey Mouse in it. I never liked that one when I was little. Wishbone tries to join the kids at school. Oh yeah, it causes so much trouble, aka confusion and delay. But yeah, here's one of my favorites. Hercules Unleashed. It, like, the Unleashed part is only on the bottom, which you can barely see it. Blockbuster exclusive tape, it was just called Hercules. Yeah, and it was packaged with freaking Tail and Twain, which I think this one should have came first, in my opinion. But yeah. It's an interesting episode. But yeah. Another quality product from Lyric Studios. But yeah. Give your family's taste of classic literature. So yeah, it's like Sam's dad's birthday. He's turning 40. And it's a big deal, apparently. They're trying to give him some present for his birthday. They're trying to find like a picture of like him and Joe's dad on their fishing trip or something. By the way, Joe's dad's dead, apparently. It's so sad. See, I told you, every film and TV show about dogs always has someone dying. I keep telling you. But yeah. But yeah, and they tell a story of Hercules and the golden apples. Wow. Big deal. Yeah, this video has a special called Feed the Dog, which is like some behind the scenes feature or something. Yeah, and by the way, some episodes have like a special behind the scenes feature at the end of every episode, showing off like how they did like some certain things, apparently. Ugh. So yeah. Viva Wishbone, I don't know what that says really. Our Lady of Guadalupe, I don't know. Elena befriends a young man who has recently lost his own mother. Oh, jeez, they're always dying. Damn it. Which causes Joe to struggle with his jealousy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this episode. To help him, Senora Julia, uh, an old friend who is similar to a second mother of him, tells him the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I don't know. And yeah, apparently she's narrating the story again, much like the other episode. But yeah. After store's policy does not allow Joe to return a broken music box, which was intended for his mother's gift for Mother's Day. I think like the guy who like Ellen becomes friends with. I think the guy who plays him is like Jensen Ackles. I think that's what his name is. I think he's actually like very popular actor. So yeah, apparently it was either this episode or like another episode. He barely appears in this one though. He appears at the end. But yeah, the entrepreneur. Yeah, Joe becomes overbearing towards Sam and David when he tries to run a grocery delivery business. Grocery delivery business? What? Oh my god. The story is called Metamorphosis. And Wishbone playing as King Midas, apparently. I mean, is this the same story? The King Midas story? I don't know. Panton at the Opera. See, they're obviously telling the story of Phantom of the Opera. Pretty scary story, in my opinion. But yeah. Books start disappearing from the local library, and one of the former librarians is reported dead. Oh god! Oh god! I told you everyone dies in this show. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah. Things are definitely not what they seem. However, and Ellen, Joe, Wishbone, and Wanda and their friends jump on the case. Oh my god, this episode sounds scary. I'll remember that. Oh my god, we're almost done with season 1. My god. So yeah, apparently. Dances with Dogs. So yeah. The story of the Deathless Voice. I don't know what that is. Wanda and Ellen are planning their 5th annual Lee Natanaba, played by Apache Mexican actor, American actor Adam Sanchez, event at the library, in which a Native American friend of Joe speaks about Navajo culture, family, and storytelling, and which leads to Joe feeling inadequate about his father's shadow, Lee, rather than Wishbone narrates the story. Oh my god. A story from a Dakota tribe that once lived in Minnesota. Wow. Russian to the bone. Wishbone gets a chance to be a star in a dog food commercial, but is it really meant to be his big break? No. See, he gets to be in a commercial, but this guy talks over him. And the guy who talks over him is played by Larry Brantley, who is the voice of Wishbone. Kind of ironic. The Inspector General. That's the story. And this last episode of the season is called Picks of the Litter. In the in this episode, Wishbone tells some of his favorite stories to a new dog named Penny. And yeah, and Penny actually talks too at the end of the episode. She reveals how much she liked reading stories just like Wishbone. It's pretty interesting, though. I don't know. It's just so weird. Season 2, when everyone started hitting puberty. Yeah, and they added some new cast members. First episode is called Halloween Hound, The Legend of Creepy Callers, whatever. On the VHS, it's called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. See, Joe is like having bad luck most of the time as a basketball game, so yeah. And then he finds this new, store called Oakdale's Sports and Games, apparently. And the owner of the store is, developing, a Halloween-themed scavenger hunt. And it's crazy, though. It's really crazy. Have you seen this episode? This is my favorite episode, actually. So, yeah. They go on some crazy stuff happening. There's, this dart game where you have to, shoot a tiger or something. I don't know. There's, some crazy stuff happening. I don't really know how to explain it. And DeMott's back. And now we have DeMott's, cousin, named Jimmy, who is now, a recurring character in this season. But, yeah. But the unfortunate thing is that they have to go to a place called 13 Thunder Road, house that Joe went to a long time ago when he and David were very little. And yeah, and he was frightened when he saw a pair of eyes in the dark when he opened the door. But it turned out to be a cat, apparently. Yeah, it turned out to be the same exact cat who reappears and disappears a lot in this episode. So yeah, even DeMott gets scared in this episode. I don't know, I was quite scared of this episode as well. And the story is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, about this guy named Ichabod Crane who's always worried about having bad luck and stuff. And then he hears the story of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow about the Headless Horseman. So yeah, apparently. At the end, it's implied that Brom Bones was the friggin' Headless Horseman. So yeah. Actually, in other versions of the story, Brom Bones actually goes to Sleepy Hollow, and then he encounters the Headless Horseman as well. So yeah. There's actually 2 different versions of the behind-the-scenes feature. One that was already on YouTube, where they talk about specific stuff from this episode, and one that was featured on the original 1997 VHS that I actually uploaded a little while ago, where they talk about all stuff that's happening in this season, not just this episode. So yeah. But yeah, apparently. Yeah, that was on the original 1997 VHS, but the 1998 VHS removes that entirely. So yeah, it must be very rare though. I don't know. I was just lucky that my library had that copy. Yeah. Next up is The Prince of Wags. Yeah. It's called... The story is Henry, the Fourth, I think that's what it says, Part 1. Joe is elected captain of the basketball team and learns what it means to be a leader. Following the leader, the leader, the leader. There should have been some Barney spinoff. I don't know why. A bone of contention. The courtship of Miles Standish. That's the story. Joe and David compete for the affections of a new girl named Sarah Johnson, played by Melissa Archer. I mean, there's a page about her, but I really don't know who she is. But yeah, whom they each want to take to the school dance. It's always about the school dance, apparently. Why can't they just both take friggin' Sam? I'm pretty sure they're in a relationship. I'm pretty sure they're both in a relationship with her. That's it for part 3, I think. I don't know. I'm almost done with this, actually.